This is longtime gamer Venry Fairden introducing Uncle Troy's Minecraft videos.
Hello there folks, this is Uncle Troy. Today we're playing Minecraft. Still in 1.8.1 because the pre-releases are still a bit buggy. We're in a randomly spawned world playing an Iron Man type game, meaning if we die we will stop playing this world. And we have no particular goal in mind except to keep ourselves entertained and distracted until a actual release of Minecraft comes out. Then we can start playing a real game. I understand that the full version of Minecraft will be coming out sometime in late November, which means we shouldn't have to wait very much longer. Right now I'm just trying to basically find a nice cave to explore. Every cave I've tried to explain so far has been, what's the word I want to say, infested with mineshafts and ravines and other things like that, and I just want a real cave just to go spelunking in. And so we are going to be traveling along the surface here looking for an entrance to a cave. Is this an entrance to a cave? Possibly. I may have spoken too soon. We may have excitement and adventure here right away. Ah! Well, that gets the blood boiling, don't it? Blood pumping, heart pumping, blood circulating. That gets something. Okay, well, we certainly have darkness down in here. So this should be a interesting little cave. Plenty of mobs. Alright, let's go down this way first. Looks like we've got another way to go here. Alrighty. I've been asked to tell more stories. Today we're going to tell the story of Buddy the Supercat. And Buddy the Supercat was a cat, obviously. Whoops. And he belonged to my brother. And my brother had lived with us for a while. He was between jobs. And he brought Buddy the Supercat with him. And I was kind of worried that this might not go over well with the dog we had, because cats generally get along like cats and dogs. But luckily Buddy and Hank got along just fine. So Buddy the Supercat and Hank the Wonder Dog did not cause any problems. Now Buddy did have a couple of bad habits. One of them was that he could enter and leave the house without us opening a door for him. In fact, we were never quite sure exactly how he got in and out of the house. Hank couldn't get in and out of the house. He'd have to go knock on the door, and literally he would jump up on the door with his little front paws like he was knocking. Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay. I guess I could have come down that hole there if I'd found it. But you could have every door and every window in the house locked, and Buddy the Supercat would still manage to find his way out and back in. Sometimes Buddy would stay gone for 3 and 4 days at a time, but he would always find his way back home and always find his way back into the house. Another annoying habit Buddy would have would be the way he would wake you up in the morning. Whoever's alarm clock went off first, which was usually mine, about the time I could hit snooze and lay back down, decide, do I want to sleep for a while or do I want to go ahead and get up? That would be when Buddy the Supercat would come running through the house, would jump and land all 4 feet right in the middle of my chest. Now, Buddy was not a huge cat. He wasn't fat or anything, but he was pretty good sized. And 20 pounds of cat, give or take, landing on your chest would pretty much remove the need for coffee in the morning. Not that I ever drank coffee anyway. That little water ride down didn't last quite as well as I thought it would. Does that go anywhere down there? Yeah, maybe that goes somewhere. So as I said, Buddy liked to run and jump and land in the middle of your chest when you were trying to decide if you wanted to snooze or not. I see cobwebs. Is this going to be another mine shaft? I think this is going to be another mine shaft. Dang it. I want a cave without a mine shaft in it. Is that so hard? Is that so much to ask? And now my computer has, well, my Java platform SE binary has stopped working. A problem caused by the program to stop working correctly. Please close the program. Close the program. I'll be back with you in a moment. Well, I was going to say this will lead us out of the mine shaft, but apparently it does not. There are more mine shaft everywhere, and there's that skeleton I was hearing earlier. Come here, come here. Here we go. Dang it, another skeleton. Alright. Alright, retreat, run away, run away. Alrighty, nice quiet corner here, let my health regenerate. And my iron armor is just about gone. Time to make some more. Did I bring... Yes, I brought my crafting table with me. Alright, we'll hold off on the iron boots for a while since we don't have enough leather to complete that set. Okay, pick up some iron here. Alright, I was telling the story of Buddy the Supercat, right? So, yeah. Alrighty, somewhere over here are a whole bunch of skeletons. Or at least this is where they came from. Hope that meant a spawner or something, maybe a dungeon. Apparently not. Don't care anymore. Just trying to get out of here, and the stupid game crashed again. I'm about to get offended here. I'll be right back. Okay. This is not a good day for me to play, obviously. I still hear more skeletons, more everything around me. Okay, my iron armor is almost gone thanks to that creeper that snuck up on me while I was rebooting. So we'll make some more armor, one piece at a time here. Somewhere nearby, a bunch of spiders are drowning or something. Which direction looks least deadly? Come real close to dying about twice now already. I'm beginning to think this is not a good day to play. Okay, I was telling the story of Buddy the Supercat. Buddy the Supercat could get in and out of the house without us letting him in and out of the house. Which I guess is a superpower, and that's why we called him Buddy the Supercat. So one day I was getting ready to go to work, and that led nowhere. I was getting ready to go to work and open the car door, and there sat Buddy the Supercat in the driver's seat like he was about getting ready to drive me to work. So I'm like, no, Buddy, you can't do that. Threw him out of the car, went on to work. Well, next day, he was again sitting in the driver's seat. So now this was the middle of summer, and for the most part I generally left my car windows down at night. So it was no surprise that Buddy could get into the car, and once again I have Minecraft has stopped working. I do not know why. Hold on a minute while I check something. Okay, so Buddy the Supercat was getting into my car at night, so I decided the way to stop that would be to just roll up the windows. But the next morning I went in to the car to go to work and found Buddy the Supercat once again sitting in the driver's side seat like he was planning to drive me to work. So I looked and saw that the passenger side window was just barely down, maybe a couple of inches. So I thought, well, cats are pretty good about squeezing in the tight places. In fact, I've read, ouch, well, that was bad news. Okay, where am I going? Does this go away from the 9 shaft over here? No, it just leads right back to it again. No, that's lava. Alright. You know you're crazy when you'd rather see lava than a mine shaft. Alrighty, where was I? Oh yeah. So Buddy the Supercat was getting into my car even with the windows rolled up. But I thought, well, the windows aren't rolled all the way up, and anything a cat can get its head into, it can get its body into. I've also heard anything they can get their whiskers into. And my mother told me the story once and then later denied it ever happened, but said she had read that at one point and thought she would test it by trimming her cat's whiskers when it's asleep. And she says the very next day the cat got its head stuck in something and they had to use a saw to cut part of the wall open to get the cat out. And after that she was forbidden from experimenting. So, of course, like I said, later she denied ever having told me that story. So I decided, alright, Buddy the Supercat is not going to get into my car anymore because we are going to make sure the doors are shut, make sure the windows are rolled up, and I even made sure the doors were locked. And then a couple days later I went to go to work and opened the car door, and there was Buddy the Supercat. So I thought, how did you get in? Well, as it happened, I was driving an old car, a 73 Oldsmobile Delta 88. And the, let's see if I can make this jump here. Whee! Yes, I did. Good, good, good. Anyway, the old 73 Oldsmobile was a bit rusty in places, including around the trunk and behind the back wheels. And so a small enough animal, say a cat, could actually get up into the trunk. And because I'd never gotten around to putting speakers in the rear deck where they had holes especially for the speakers, that meant if you could get into the trunk, you could get into the car, the passenger area of the car. So I figured, okay, I have exactly figured out how Buddy the Supercat has been getting into my car. He's been going in through the trunk. The open window was just a red herring. So all I have to do is fix that problem. So I fixed the problem. Have we reached the surface already? Okay, we're back on the surface. Do I need any iron? 46. I could probably use a little iron here. So once I put speakers in the speaker holes in the rear deck, I did not have any problems with Buddy for, at least a week. And then one day I went to get into the car and almost sat down on Buddy. And I said, "Buddy, how'd you get in here?" And he said, "Meow." But I looked at the back seat and saw that the speakers were no longer in the holes. In fact, they were hanging by the wires. So I assumed Buddy figured out that there was something blocking his path, and he simply pushed it aside. As I said, Buddy was, not a small cat. So I said, "Okay, fine, dandy. I'll prove that I'm smarter than a cat." So I went and got some cardboard and some duct tape, and I sealed up the holes so that you could not get into the trunk from the outside. I then took some wire and wired the speakers into place. So everything was secured. And then once again, making sure that I had locked the doors and rolled the windows completely up, I declared the war won that I had beaten Buddy the Supercat. And then the next day, of course, I went out to get into the car to go to work, and there was Buddy the Supercat. And the speakers were still in place, the doors had been locked, the windows all the way up, and there was absolutely no way any cat could have possibly gotten into the car, yet there he was. So I still, to this day, do not know how Buddy the Supercat got into the car after that. I accused my brother of letting him in, but then I took my brother's keys away, so he did not have keys to my car and could not get in, and yet Buddy the Supercat would still occasionally end up in the driver's seat of the car. One time I thought I'd beaten him. I snuck out to the car early. I got in and drove to work, and he climbed out from under the car seat after a few minutes as I was driving down the road, and I had to turn around and go back home instead of going on to work. But my brother, of course, says I just made that story up, that Buddy could not do that. The final thing Buddy the Supercat did that irritated the heck out of me was he liked to pee in my sock drawer, but that's a whole other story. Alrighty, no idea how long I've been recording, but with all the crashes and everything, if I didn't mention it, I did eventually figure out the source of the crashes. I had somehow ended up on far render distance. So at least we got that little mystery solved. But I think now is a good time to end the episode, because my storytelling skills are worse than usual and my nerves are more shot than usual. So this is Uncle Troy signing off. Please have a good night.